Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Down. 18 Gator.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Check. Crouch. Check 13.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Call it no game. On the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Go team, spell. Watch the whip. Back. Rock it. Get it.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You're good. Line forward, ready.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taken in at the 11. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On the double.
Check, check.
You draw quarters.
Check three.
Down.
On second down, here's Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Looking long for Westbrook. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throwing on second and 14. Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Throwing on second down. Minshew nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Go out.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Go.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Ready.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to air one out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, lock it. Bravo. General West. Hit it.
Here's Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin first and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Check. Fresno. Check.
Look, squeeze.
Wide. Get wide. Check nickel.
Hey, wahoo.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
That's it, baby.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Leonard Fournette. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. Now Minshew on first and 10. That's out to his running back, Fournette. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew completes it to Lee. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7. Go on.
59. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Well, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
You're out. Five. Pilot, 64, weak. 59. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
On the ready.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
It'll be Minshew again. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Zoo.
SOS.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready, ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. If you kill it, motion me out. Hey, exit.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, D.
Hey, Sam on.
All day.
Now.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Out, out, out.
Fournette running out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Let's go. Stick the oar.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
That's our own 34-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hunt, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, here's Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight. You got
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, Juicer. Recon, 152 fighter.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Smooth.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
Lee Griffin.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. They'll roll him out right. Complete to his tight end, Seth the Valve. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Hard, hard.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hey, orbit.
Now Minshew. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Delta. Look at me, zipper. Get it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They run it again with Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Brees going to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Brees now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Going deep this time for a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ground with a tight end, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Go, go.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Now.
Minshew throwing on third down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Harris now to return. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Stay with your man. Over.
37-yard line. Say. Check 37.
X3. 218. Chop.
Sammy.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and it's 3rd and short.
8-3.
And 3 yards to go.
He's coming. Double up.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
Shit. What?
Leo. Ready.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. "38 yards on the scamper there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Ready, 95-56.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The kick by Lutz is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
59, Mike, check, 59.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Crunch. Hey, Alpha. Yes. Hey, high 7.
He's back to throw. The connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Let's go. Mike 5'9", I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll look to throw. He gets it here to Peake. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, Zoo.
59 mark. Check, 59. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 59. 65. 65.
Let's go.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Throw away and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Breeze. He's got a 1st down past the 30. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we get... So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the recon, 132 fighter.
Back.
Here's Minshew, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Powerful running. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there in overtime, and even 50 yards.
Two-jet bomber.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. There.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable. what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.